Wall Street Bets on Reddit, GameStop, AMC, short squeeze. A lot of this can be confusing if you don't know what's going on and you're not familiar with the situation. But a lot of you out there are asking, how can you get involved? Do you have to trade stocks? Do you have to be willing to risk your money and invest your money in the stock market to get involved? No, you don't have to. That's the simple answer. So in this video, we're going to go over 3 ways that you can get involved in this movement. Because that's what it is by now, guys. It's a movement. It's a household name. Everybody's talking about it. You know, when your mom calls you up and say, "What's going on with this?" You know it's hit the mainstream and you know it's hit home. So in this video, we're going to talk about 3 different ways that you can get involved with this movement, with GameStop, AMC, and what's going on with Wall Street versus Main Street. Now, if that sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2021 the best year ever. We're going to grow our portfolios together, and we're going to grow together. Now, if you like the content on this channel, please don't forget to click that like button. If the subscribe button is still red, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel and become a bro, and let's grow together. All right, now, like I said, we're going to be talking about 3 different ways that you can get involved with this movement, because that's what it is by now. It's a battle between Wall Street and Main Street. I mean, when you turn on the news and you can see CEOs of major corporations and hedge fund managers and billionaires crying because, you know, they can't make a living now, that's what it's become. We've got billionaires on TV crying because they're feeling the squeeze and they know that what they were doing was risky and it's blowing up in their faces right now. So how do you become involved? How do you become a part of this? What can you do? Let's go over a couple different ways. Number 1, if you're not willing to invest yet, if you maybe don't have the funds to invest, or you're too young to invest, or whatever the reason is that you're not yet ready to invest, how can you get involved? Easiest thing you can do is share this video, share the word, join the Wall Street Bets Reddit. You know, get involved some way on social media. Just by getting the word out there and letting people know what is really going on is really going to help the situation, help the cause, and really drive this thing forward as a movement. Now, the next thing you can do is stop the spread of misinformation. You're going to see CEOs going on TV, and you're going to see brokerage firms saying that they're trying to help the retail investor, they're trying to limit volatility, and that they're on our side, right? Well, guys, it comes down to a battle for the dollars. Everybody wants the dollar. And of course, the big guys up top are going to cheat to win, right? It's nature. It's how they got to the top in the first place, and they're going to stay there by any means necessary. So if they limit your brokerage account to say you can't buy shares in XYZ anymore, and specifically GME and AMC, right? You can't buy shares, you can only sell shares. Or we're going to close out your account right now because of the volatility and the liquidity that we have problems with, and whatever excuse they come up with, just know that it's them trying to win the battle. They feel the squeeze, they know they're going to lose out, and it's starting to haunt them. Now, what am I talking about here? Maybe you're brand new to this, you're not involved in investing, you're not, up to date on what's happening in the stock market. You've seen memes, you've seen different videos, you've seen a lot of funny stuff on the internet already, but you're not exactly sure what's going on because a lot of the stuff you've seen is people making fun of the situation, right? We're going to the moon. We're going to drive this stock price to the moon. It's kind of like, what does that mean? Is it just something silly that's happening right now? Are the stock prices going up for no reason? What's going on? So first, you need to understand what shorting a stock means before you can understand what a short squeeze is. So when you short a position, you're essentially selling that position high in hopes to buy it back at a lower price later. Now, normally when you think about the stock market, you think about buying a stock low and then selling it high later. Well, shorting a position is the exact opposite of buying a position or being bullish on a position. You're going to sell the position high in hopes that you can buy it back low later. And this is exactly what the big hedge funds, the institutions, and big banks were doing. They were going out, and companies like GameStop and AMC, they were betting that these companies were going to fail, and they were betting on this at such a high rate that they actually shorted more positions that were really available to be bought. So what does this look like? Big hedge funds, big corporations, the institutions, let's say, went out and they shorted this stock, expecting it to go lower and really having the buying power and the money behind them to drive this price so low that it causes them to fall and causes the stock price to fall even more. Well, a group on Reddit called WallStreetBets said, not today, this is not going to happen, and they got behind the movement. And this forum on Wall Street, or on Reddit, this WallStreetBets, grew from just like 500,000 members in the last month to all the way over 7 million members right now. That's how fast and how many people are catching on to this and really getting behind the cause. So what is the cause? The institutions wanted to drive the stock price lower by shorting the stock. Now, what happens when you go out and you buy the stock price goes higher. Yes, companies like AMC and GME, the fundamentals aren't there. We know that they were struggling during the pandemic and all of this. It's not about investing in a company that is financially secure, fundamentally secure, or undervalued, or whatever a lot of analysts look at. Obviously, we know these stocks are overvalued right now, okay? But the point is to squeeze these institutions out of their short positions. So how do you do that? You go out and you buy the position, you buy that stock, and as the price goes higher, these institutions lose money because they sold it high in expectation to buy it low, when now what's going to happen is they sold it high and the price continues to rise. So with every dollar that the price goes up, they're losing that money. Now, how high can the price go? That's where the thing to the moon comes into play, right? There's no ceiling that the stock price can hit. There's no limit on how high a stock can go as long as people are willing to buy the stock and willing to hold the stock. So what does this look like? AMC is trading around $13 per share right now. GME is somewhere around $325 per share right now. People are buying in it, and it's driving the stock price higher. Now, the institutions have to cover their short positions at some point. They have to buy the stock back. So let's say they were shorting GameStop around $10 per share, and they were shorting AMC around $2 per share. If these share prices go all the way up to $1,000 per share, these institutions are going to have to buy the stock price back at $1,000 per share when they only made $2 per share off the sale. This is how they lose money, and this is how they lose out. When the stock price is low, they sold it, stock price is high, now they have to cover their positions, and that's when they lose. Now, as they have to buy the position back up and they have to buy it to cover their shorts, this is also going to drive the stock price higher because it's more buying and people are continuing to buy the position, right? So it's just like that's where the short squeeze comes into play. You squeeze the short sellers into driving the stock price exponentially higher. Now, diamond hands to the moon. This stuff can be a little bit confusing. Diamond hands means you're gonna hold it. You're gonna hold it no matter what. You're in it for the long run, and you're here to help the movement, and you're gonna move on. If you hear something like paper hands, it means you're gonna fold. You're gonna sell the position. You're weak. You're flimsy. You can't hold it for the long run. Now, the last thing, how can you get involved? If you're still here in this video right now, you've obviously got some interest in this movement. And if you're ready to invest, that's the third way that you can get involved. Way number one, you can share this content, you can share the message, and you can let people know what's really going on. Number two, you can disallow the disinformation that's out there and the misinformation that people are spreading and everything that they're saying that just doesn't follow the movement and follow what we're really doing here. Three, finally, you can invest. Do you have to invest and go out and buy $10,000 worth of GameStop or $5,000 worth of AMC? Absolutely not. Every share counts. Every share matters. If you can go out and you can afford one share, and you can afford to hold one share of AMC at $13 per share, you're a part of the movement. If you can afford 10 shares of AMC, you're a part of the movement. All it takes to get involved is one share, and anybody can do it. Now, if you're new to investing and you're not exactly sure where to invest or what to invest in, there's been a lot of brokerages lately limiting the buying power of what we can buy and doing a lot of shady stuff. And I'm not going to name any names on here or call any brokerages out. I'm sure you know who they are by now and what they're doing. But if you don't have a brokerage account, it's super simple to open one on a company like Webull. And if you use the link in the description below, you can get 4 free stocks just for funding your account. And if you go out and buy 1 share of AMC, you're already going to have 5 stocks in your portfolio, and really you're going to be on your way to investing and being a part of this movement. Now, with that being said, there's 3 ways to get involved. We know what they are, and we know what they are doing. Now, guys, I want to know who's involved right now, who's already a part of this. If you're going to share this content, let us know down in the comments below. If you're holding AMC, if you're holding GME, let us know down in the comments below. Guys, we want to see those diamond hands. We want to know who's in it for the long run, who wants to see Wall Street fall, who wants to see the little guys rise up, and really show these people that we're not just some group on Reddit, we're not just some group of kids that's out there gambling our money away on the stock market and any of this, that this is actually something real and you belong to something right now. You're a part of the movement. Let us know down in the comments below, and just, guys, band together. This is us. This is our time. We are strong. Hold strong. Now, with that being said, if you like the content on this channel, please don't forget to click that like button. If the subscribe button is still red, do me a favor, you got one more shot. Click the subscribe button, join the channel, and become a bro, and let's grow together. And guys, until the next time, I hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.